My name is Taras, T-A-R-A-S, Taras. Why did you come to America? Money? Girls? I don't know. Better life? How old am I? Well, let me ask you this question. How old do I look? What's your real job? I thought people know that YouTube is a job. Well, YouTube is my job / a hobby because I love it. And when you love your job, it's awesome.
What's up everybody, welcome back to my laboratory. Safety is #1 priority. Goggles and gloves for this experiment. And today we're gonna make a huge dry ice bombs. First we're gonna get our dry ice and make a bunch of small pieces of crumble pretty easy. Gonna put water up in here and close it up. I have a slow motion camera, we'll see how it's turned out. And then I'm gonna run out of the door. Don't try this at home, kids. Shit. It's like volcano. There, that looks like a roll. Will the eggs break if I step on it? What's up everybody? Welcome to my laboratory, or more like my kitchen. Well, I'm gonna call it laboratory because it sounds cool. Well, anyway, by the way, I'm 230 pounds and I'm standing on eggs right now. Yeah, no hands, you see that?
Russia. Russia. All anybody seems to be talking about these days is Russia. The Russians are hacking this, or the Russians are hacking that. It seems the Russians have their noses in basically everything from Twitter and Facebook to TikTok and Instagram, possibly even all the way to the hallowed halls of the United States government, and some even speculate deep inside the West Wing of the White House itself.
Gentlemen, the President of America!
So then you'd probably be shocked to find out that one of the most popular channels on YouTube is actually being operated by a Russian hacker. Yeah, you heard that right. And not just any Russian hacker, but a crazy Russian hacker.
What's up everybody, welcome back to my laboratory where safety is #1 priority.
What's up everybody indeed. Meet Mr. Taras Kulikov.
That did not work.
Taras is just your average everyday American, living the average everyday American dream outside of Asheville, North Carolina.
What do you like to do when you're bored, or there is not?
But you've probably already guessed that by his subtle North Carolina twang.
I can't speak English whatsoever.
So, you've got a can of tuna, but no can opener? No problem.
Just put this part, not the bottom, but the top. So once you scraped a lot, all you gotta do is squeeze it. And you opened it.
Maybe you have 30 pounds of dry ice and a pool just lying around, but no idea of exactly what to do with these items. No problem there either.
Woo! Oh my goodness! Wow! Look at this cloud!
Maybe you've been thinking to yourself, have I been eating chicken wings the right way?
We're gonna find a bone over here. You see the small one first? And wiggle it around, then twist it sideways. Twist it again. And just pull it out. You see?
Or possibly, you wanted to learn how to peel hard-boiled eggs like a Russian boss.
Closer to your mouth and just blow as hard as you can. Freaking crazy, huh?
Then you've come to the right place. Yes, this crazy Russian hacker can help you out with all of that and much, much more. But if you're like me, and likely most of the YouTube watching public, you've probably wondered more than a time or two, what, or more importantly, who exactly is this Russian hacker? Well, sit back and relax, because you've come to the right place. However, before we tell you about this YouTube star's real-life American dream, complete with fairy tale ending, first we need to go back to the beginning. Back to the USSR. No, we can't afford that song. But thankfully, YouTube provides royalty-free music for all of its creators. Thanks, YouTube. As with any good Russian hacker, Taras keeps his cards pretty close to the vest. While other news outlets such as the Huffington Post, Business Insider, and even Popular Mechanics have approached him for interviews, he continues to elude. That's when our own deep state hackers at Behind the Tube decided to take on this challenge and go all in by going behind the crazy Russian hacker. It all started back in Mother Russia, the Republic of Ukraine, in 1987. Back then, the Russia you know of today was a very different place with a very different name. It used to be known as the Soviet Socialist Republic of Russia, or simply the USSR. The Ukraine in 1987 is where and when Taras Kulikov was born into a large and loving but very poor family, as Taras tells it. He shares tales with his YouTube subscribers in various Q&A videos on his channel of how, although poor, he says he was never bored. That due to the presence of his large and loving family.
Have asked, do I have brothers and sisters? I actually do have a lot of brothers and sisters. I have 2 brothers and I have 3 sisters. And I also have 1 half brother and 1 half sister. So total of us like 8 brothers and sisters. So it's a lot of kids, you know. Growing up, I was never bored. I always had a lot of brothers and sisters to play with.
Taras went on to tell his followers that you might think there would always be a battle for snacks and cookies and cakes due to the fact that they usually had very little and had to divide up what they had amongst 8 hungry, rapidly growing siblings. However, the family developed a foolproof plan to ensure even treat distribution every time.
Also, living with a lot of brothers and sisters and being poor is pretty awesome, because I remember when we would get cookies, once in a while we would get cookies, and we would be like on a trolley bus or train, and we would be like, okay, how do we eat this so everybody get equal amount of cookies, you know? So we would be like, okay, everybody gets 1, we're grabbing this 1 cookie, and everybody have to eat this cookie at the same time. Or if you eat it too fast, we gotta wait till all the brothers and sisters finish eating those cookies. And once everybody finish eating those cookies, we're like, okay, another one. And we wait till everybody eats a cookie, and then we get another one. And that way we don't have to count how many cookies there are.
No, me eat them. Count. Eat. No, count. Eat. Count. Eat. Wait.
So we eat it while we go, one by one. And hopefully there is equal amount of cookies, because we would be breaking cookies apart and a little bit fighting. You know how kids are fighting about stuff that they want. Another cool part is when we had to like split a cake, split a chocolate bar, we made a rule. Okay, if you splitting the chocolate bar, I get to choose which piece I want. So if you splitting unfair, one piece is way bigger than the other one, then because you didn't split it the right way, I get a bigger piece. But you know, if you splitting and I wanna feel nice to my brothers, sometimes I take a smaller piece anyways, and that's what we did. It was a lot of fun. I never regret having a big family.
In the same 2016 Q&A, he tells his fans that he really loves children, and he wanted to have, quote, lots and lots of kids, as many as he can.
So also talking about kids, a lot of you ask me, do I have any kids? I don't, but I really want lots of kids. Kids are so much fun and they keep you young. And it's not like that I'm old. I am maybe old, but I don't feel old. But I do want kids. Kids are amazing, and I want to have lots of kids, as many as I can.
Well, fortunately for this crazy Russian hacker, and thanks to his mega $1,000,000 YouTube American dream, financing that large brood is not going to be a problem. Back in Russia, he remembers having only one dream, and it was a goal he spent 16 years of his life striving to reach. He trained day and night to be an Olympic swimmer. He recalled for his followers all he ever wanted to be for most of his young life was an Olympic champion. He swam all day and all night from age 8 to 18, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I was actually a swimmer for about 16 years, and day to day I wanted to be Olympic champion, so I would practice twice a day. Before school, I would have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to swimming pool for 2 hours, then go to school. Then after school, I went back to the gym and swimming pool till like 6 o'clock. And that was my life. Since 8 years old till like 18, 19, I would swim non-stop. Honestly, it was like, I feel like I was more adult when I was young, because I would be waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I would not get home till 7 p.m. because of swimming in the morning, then school, and then back to swimming at night. And it was amazing. I don't complain. That was like my passion.
Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, as the case may be, he got injured swimming while training. He cut his foot on a sharp tile at the bottom of the pool. This resulted in a big gash on the heel of his foot. He recalls the local doctor he found was so ill-equipped they had no local anesthesia. He remembers enduring the excruciating procedure by biting on his sleeve and bearing the pain the best as he could while they stitched up his heel.
Come off too close and I hit my heel on it, and it just chunk off like big gash on my heel. So I had to go to the hospital, and guess what? They said we don't have local anesthesia, and they were like sewing me up these 4 stitches without any anesthesia. That was insane. It was so painful. Because local anesthesia, they said it would not work on your heel, and they couldn't afford like to put me under. So I had to pretty much bite into my sleeve or whatever I could find. It was painful, and I'll never forget that. Having stitches without any anesthesia sucks.
He said it was extremely painful. Yet, through a big smile, he recalled this memory fondly, as he feels it made him tough.
It was very, very painful, but I'll never forget it, and what's made me tough, and I like it that I had to go through it, because that's what makes me me. That was an amazing experience.
And one of the odder questions he often has to refute is the fact that he is actually a Russian. Some internet conspiracy theorists and commenters on his YouTube channel even claimed that Taras Kulikov wasn't his real name at all.
What's your name, dude?
Martin Eastwood. Clint Eastwood.
What kind of stupid name is that?
Even today, he still gets bombarded in the comments section, wondering whether or not he's really Russian.
I also get a lot of questions if I'm really Russian. I actually born into Soviet Union for good 5 years before it fell apart. I also travel across Russia and across Ukraine, but the last city I moved from to United States was Donetsk. And actually a few years after I moved from, war happening, and they actually call themselves Donetsk Republic. So I don't even know where I'm from. But my parents and all brothers and sisters are all speak Russian, so I consider myself Russian. But also I lived in America for more than 10 years now.
Exactly why the Kulikov family decided to emigrate to the United States when they did, Taras never really addresses that, except to say that his family were refugees when they came to America in 2006 when he was about 19 years old. One thing is certain, Taras knew exactly what he wanted when he came to America, as he told his YouTube channel viewers in a 2013 Q&A video.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Money, girls, I don't know. Better life.
Tight white pants with this black G-string. You can see right.
Money.
So sweet.
Girls. I don't know. Money.
It's 10:33.
Girls, I don't know.
Here.
What?
Better life.
I told her what time it was.
As for exactly where in the United States his family settled when they arrived, that's an easy one. Taraz absolutely loves his new hometown of Asheville, North Carolina.
You already know that I live in the United States because you've been asking me which state do I live in and what city in the United States do I live in. Well, North Carolina, near Asheville, North Carolina. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Asheville, North Carolina. It's very, very beautiful Appalachian Mountain. That's the first city I moved in, and I lived here since, but I have moved around. I lived in Virginia and I lived in Los Angeles, and now I'm back near Asheville, and I love it. It's so beautiful here, climate is amazing.
One viewer asked if he had a hard time adjusting to America.
Why did you move to America and was it hard to adjust? I am actually a refugee and it was amazing actually. It wasn't hard to adjust at all.
And what impressed Taraz most about America? Was it our Purple Mountains majesty or our fruited plains? How about we let Taraz answer that?
First of all, I never seen a bigger refrigerator. I mean, refrigerator, when you open it, I never seen full of groceries refrigerator. It was always empty for me, like just a few things. So moving here for first couple months, I just couldn't be amazed more how much food you can get in your refrigerator. That was amazing. That was like the biggest like wow. Another big thing was like I moved in a small city in America and I was like, where's all the skyscrapers? I thought every single downtown has ton of skyscrapers, and I think it's because of the movies. I had this like belief that every single downtown have a big skyscraper, so that was kind of shock. I was like, what is going on? Where is the skyscrapers? But I've been to New York, I've seen them, they're amazing.
So it's 2006 and our young refugee is exploring his new homeland. He enrolls in English classes and sets off rather quickly on his quest for his American dream, which was, as you may recall, money, girls, and a better life. Well, little did Taraz know at the time that unlike many who have worked very hard their entire life for the American dream of money, girls, and a better life, sometimes it helps to speed up the journey if you get a little lucky too. Well, we will soon see Taraz may have not had to wait as long as some to find success, wealth, and fame. Still, he had to pay his dues, just like any young aspiring entrepreneur, nonetheless.
Age 19. Hey, 6 deuce, baby. 6. Hell yeah. Salary design. $3 million. Cash.
When he was about 19 years old, he got his first job working as a busboy at a cafe and restaurant, which coincidentally, he would later feature a post-fame visit in a video with his fiancée Catherine in 2018.
When I moved to the United States, my first job was at this restaurant. I was a busboy.
Hey, Chad.
See what it's all about, brings back some weird memories, you know?
It's pretty busy.
Not surprisingly, finding it exactly as he left it, according to Taraz.
So 8 years later, they have not changed at all. Everything looks similar.
It was hard when he had to get a first job, he said. And it was really hard to understand his bosses and managers and what they wanted him to do.
I moved to the United States when I was 19 and I am now 29. So I started learning English as soon as I moved here.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Was it hard, and when did you become fluent so you can talk in all conversation?
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
No, let's break it down.
I don't think I'm still fluent. I still mess up English so bad.
2,
Toi,
2,
toi,
2.
toi.
But no, really, I'm joking. I'm still learning and it was kind of hard, but at the same time it was fun. It was hard when I had to get a first job and it was really hard to understand my manager, what they want me to do.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
But it was kind of fun at the same time, so hopefully it answers your question.
There's a couple of numbers missing on your Social Security.
Oh, 12.
This continual job search eventually led Taraz to his least favorite job at that bastion of Americana, Walmart. After spending just a short time employed by Walmart, Taraz knew he had to make a change.
I used to work at Walmart, but I hated the job, so I started making videos and I love it now.
And this led to his eventual decision in 2012 to become a full-time YouTube social media influencer. In between lousy jobs back in 2009, and about 3 years after arriving in America, he began making YouTube videos. YouTube was still rather young back then, wild, free, and wide open. And for some reason that he really has never addressed in any of his videos, he decided to start his first ever YouTube channel creating origami videos. He spent much of the next 3 years dabbling in origami. However, he never did find much of an audience on YouTube for the ancient art. Was he discouraged? Of course not. He was determined to make this YouTube thing work, so he began to tweak his business model over time. It was at this point that Taraz began to latch onto an idea that he had by watching videos like Destin Sandlin's Smarter Everyday YouTube channel, which he specifically mentioned in one of his Q&A sessions.
Dustin, Smarter Everyday, if you guys haven't seen him, check him out. Awesome guy, really cool videos, then Vsauce, all the science channels, and I just love science, so that's my favorite subject, so that's what inspired me to do that.
And by the way, Taraz has since more than doubled the subscriber following of Mr. Smarter Everyday. Yeah, I know, just saying though. So on September 16, 2011, he posted a video titled Slow Motion Matches. Taraz bought a slow motion camera and began making slow motion videos in an attempt to emulate some of his scientific YouTube heroes. While attempting to build a YouTube channel with his slow motion videos, Taraz could have never possibly known just what lay ahead, and that in just a few short months, his life was about to change forever. On May 18, 2012, a video of a 6'7", 220-pound giant Russian teddy bear walking bare feet on a dozen raw eggs would be released to an unsuspecting internet public. And just like that, the crazy Russian hacker was born.
And they are placed this. Let's go. By the way, I'm 230 pounds. And I'm standing over.
When asked what was involved in creating the crazy Russian hacker channel, Taraz told his subscribers,
I start making videos. Well, let's see. I got a camera, I press record and start talking. Like, what's up everybody, welcome back to my laboratory. Today we're gonna work on eggs. And so, I worked on eggs and they didn't break. That was my first video and that's how I started making videos, I think. So in this experience we messed up.
There is something about Taraz that is almost sweet and familiar. What's truly refreshing is that on a platform like YouTube, where everybody tries to outfake and opinionate each other, Taraz hasn't let his success and fame go to his very tall head. He is the same swimming refugee that came to America with his family and a dream. What you see is what you get. It's no secret watching him why he became such a huge internet success. In just a few short years, Taraz has soared to the top of the YouTube charts faster than a Soyuz rocket. How to open a can without an opener? 50 million views. Dry ice in a pool? 35 million views. College life hacks? 32 million views. WD-40 car scratch fix? 29 million views. Boiling Coke? 27 million views, and that's just the tip of this crazy Russian's iceberg. And we haven't even mentioned the yet. Some have said that it was his gadgets that put him on the map. Nowadays, it isn't hard for him to come up with a gadget idea. Actually, they come to him, literally, by the truckload. With his reach of over 11 million subscribers and growing all over the world on his main channel, it's safe to say Taraz will never have to pay for another gadget ever again. Because the gadget suppliers know once Taraz gives his okay, his crazy Russian army will stock their apocalypse shelters full of any gadget and gizmo the crazy Russian hacker recommends.
What was that noise?
Locks.
As a matter of fact, if you love the Gajicks as much as we do, stay tuned to the end of this video for our crazy Russian hacker Gajicks Super Giant Extreme Grand Finale Gajicks Blowout Extravaganza. It's gonna be, well, it's gonna be
amazing.
And speaking of huge, as you may recall, Taraz the crazy Russian hacker stands 6 feet 7 inches tall on his bare feet. Exactly how tall is that?
I'm 6'7", pretty freaking tall.
Tell them how you don't fit into the shower.
I know. No, hold on. Who made this countertop so low? Like the other shower is kind of tiny. For the master bedroom shower, check this out. And I'm so big, like, I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's nice, but we're gonna make it better one day.
Your poor head.
This is why we made this one. This is mine. And this is yours. But yeah, tiny shower.
That adorable tiny blonde and even occasional brunette is Catherine, the love of Taraz's life. We affectionately call her Tiny only because her husband refers to all 5 feet of her as Tiny.
I'm 6'7".
No.
I'm
up to you.
5 feet tall.
Can we turn our baby?
We will for sure.
If you're ever in the mood for a more personal side to this not-so-crazy Russian hacker and his bride, then you can just mosey on over to his other channel, where he posts vlogs and the occasional gizmo and gadget, but he also uses the channel to give his loyal subscribers a look into the more personal side of his life. Such as, how did this young power couple meet?
We started talking on Facebook, and she sent me a couple pictures and I liked it, and then I posted some picture on Facebook and she liked it.
And I was telling my dad
Blue moon.
about this guy I met on the internet, and he was so mad. He was like, "You met this guy on the internet? He could kill you!" Like,
yeah.
He was so mad the whole time.
I wonder how he felt beside the internet thing when he saw me, this giant Russian guy showed up.
When not busy making videos, you can find Taraz, Catherine, their huskies, and their birds at their palatial Asheville Mountain estate.
Okay, so was it what you guys expected? I feel like everyone hyped it up so much. People, they're like, "Oh, show us your mega mansion or something." And I mean, it's a nice house. It's definitely a nice house, but actually most of the value of the property is in the land. The house actually isn't worth that much.
But I love this house. I still think it's a castle. I love the windows and all this stuff. But maybe it's not that epic, but I think a lot of you still excited to see this house too.
For a young man to achieve so much, so fast, the way Taraz did, it would be normal if his fame and wealth went all the way up there to his very tall head. However, this is not the case with our crazy Russian hacker. Quite the opposite, actually. This young poor Russian refugee has never forgot his humble roots nor his miraculous journey that got him to where he is today. As a matter of fact, his wife Catherine has a similar story to tell. She tells subscribers that a big factor in her decision in any relationship is that she first must make sure any potential suitor had traveled the same humble roads she did. And she is quick to say that it's not about how you act when you're rich, but how you live when you're poor.
Came from poor backgrounds. We grew up broke. And I don't think I'd ever be able to connect with someone who didn't know the struggle.
So of course, when it came time for the two to be married and plan their nuptials, you'd figure with their lives built around the very public YouTube foundation, they would want to get as far away from the limelight as possible and probably get married on some secluded island in the South Pacific somewhere. Well then, you'd probably be wrong. Therese, as well as Catherine, knew it was his millions of fans and friends from all across the globe who got him to where he is, and he and Catherine had all 11 million plus in mind when planning their wedding. Man, that's a lot of invitations and tiny cucumber sandwiches. Since it was impossible to bring all of his followers to his wedding, they decided to do the only logical thing and bring the wedding to them. So in October of 2018, at home in Asheville, North Carolina, the crazy Russian hacker and his princess bride were married in a beautiful ceremony in front of family and friends, and his 11 million followers too. The newlyweds, Therese and Catherine, not only put out the video of their ceremony, but then just days after they were wed, the couple were driving and literally pulled off the road onto a curvy mountain overlook to take to YouTube and give a heartfelt thank you and wedding recap to all of their adoring YouTube and Instagram followers. So what's next for the crazy Russian hacker and his new bride? Maybe a better question should be, what's not next? Since first appearing as the crazy Russian hacker, Therese has taken off like a rocket.
Woo! Did you see that? 7 hives last year and I split one, but I will chew it like a gum.
There are now Twitter fan accounts dedicated to the YouTube megastar. He also has a thriving Instagram account, which features his home life with his lovely wife Catherine, his huskies, and various other pets, as well as pet projects at home. As of the first airing of this video, the crazy Russian hacker YouTube account is approaching 12 million subscribers and steadily growing. To say Therese has worked harder than any other YouTube creator would be unfair. One of the reasons that the crazy Russian hacker has become such a popular, almost mythical figure on social media is the fact that he is literally the embodiment of the American dream. A dream that consists of struggle, opportunity, and hard work, but most of all, a little luck. Pretty much every major American success story from Apple to Google all have contained the same ingredient, luck. And now America and the entire world is also lucky to have had the opportunity to know and enjoy the success of the Kulikov family.
I'm
It's up to you.
5 feet tall. Can we turn our baby into
We will for sure. What's up guys, I have 2 pretty awesome news in my life. First of all, I got a baby, I'm a daddy now. Her name is Alice. Meet everybody, she's precious, and guess what? She's such an easy and sweet baby. She sleeps through the night for like 5-6 hours every night. Doesn't cry too much. She's like the best easy baby you can ever get. I love her so much. Ow!
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. The crazy Russian hacker super gigantic extreme Gajicks grand finale blowout extravaganza is just about to begin. But first, I just wanted to say that we here at Behind the Tube want to thank you for joining us on our premiere episode. We hope you enjoyed this peek behind the YouTube curtain of the crazy Russian hacker. And in the coming weeks and months ahead, we hope to bring you more behind the scene looks at some of your other favorite YouTube and social media stars. However, we need your help too. Tell us who you would like us to feature on Behind the Tube. Just leave a comment down below and of course help us spread the word about Behind the Tube by subscribing, liking, and sharing. And of course ring that bell so you can be notified whenever we release new content. And now, without further ado, I've been your host, Stringfellow Masters, and Behind the Tube presents the world premiere of the crazy Russian hacker super gigantic extreme Gajicks grand finale blowout extravaganza. Take it away, Taras.
What's up everybody, welcome back to my laboratory where safety is number one priority, and today I'm going to put to the test banana Gajicks.
Yeah, we're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Egg Gajicks. 5 Japanese kitchen Gajicks. Bacon Gajicks. Bread Gajicks. Butter Gajicks. Cake Gajicks. 5 rice Gajicks. Cherry Gajicks. Coconut Gajicks. Corn Gajicks. Cheese Gajicks. Cup Gajicks. Coffee making Gajicks for your camping. 10 ice making Gajicks. Strawberry Gajicks. Dog Gajicks.
What kind of a person would throw away a perfectly good dog?
Dumpling Gajicks. Fish Gajicks. Bucket Gajicks. Baby proof Gajicks. Fishing Gajicks. Bunch of flashlight Gajicks. Forks and spoon Gajicks. Garlic Gajicks.
Sleep well, Mr. Lucy. The garlic will protect you.
Garlic. Glove Gajicks. Grapefruit Gajicks. 4 more grilled cheese sandwich Gajicks. Grilling Gajicks. Hot dog Gajicks. 5 ice cream Gajicks.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
8 kitchen Gajicks. Laundry Gajicks. Lemon Gajicks. Lighter Gajicks. Mason jar Gajicks.
Doesn't get those wonderful.
Meatball Gajicks. Let's see what they do. 10 vintage Gajicks that will crack your nuts. Onion Gajicks. Clams and oysters Gajicks. Pancake Gajicks. Meat Gajicks.
You hungry? Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf?
Pie Gajicks.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? Yes. I need... Hey, Mom! The meatloaf!
Bunch of pizza Gajicks. Potato Gajicks. Seafood Gajicks. S'mores Gajicks. Soda can Gajicks. 8 station Gajicks.
Before I search the vehicle, is there anything you want to tell me about? Because after I open that door, I can't help you.
Survival Gajicks. Today I'm going to try to make sushi by using Gajicks. Jamaica Gajicks. 5 umbrella Gajicks. 5 watermelon Gajicks. Vegan Gajicks.
Come on, spark it up. There you go. You got it.
Survival Zippo Gajicks you probably did not know existed.
Ow! What's in the box?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Alex house. And we're going to do breakfast Gajicks. We're going to put to the test breakfast Gajicks. Okay.
escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.